I've not really been on a vacation before, but I hope when I go on a vacation, it is not as dramatic and as chaotic as the vacation in this show. Welcome back to the channel, guys. And in this show, I want to talk about the White Lotus. The White Lotus is an HBO series. It's basically about some people that go on a vacation at the White Lotus Hotel, and it follows their experience for the 6 days they spent at the hotel. And the show is a dramatic, like it's a drama, but it has some comedic elements in it. And the comedic elements, not that they are trying to be funny, but because the characters find themselves in some very hilarious situations, and you just can't help but laugh at the situations. And I think, or I believe, when a show is not trying to be funny, or when they are not trying to be funny, that's the best kind of comedy. When characters just find themselves in hilarious situations and the show is not trying out to be funny, that is when like the comedy really stands out to me. And the comedy stands out very well in the show because they don't try to be funny. It is more like a drama, but it has very comedic elements, and I find myself laughing a lot when I watch this show. They don't, like, I'm sure that is not their intention to make me laugh, but I just can't help but laugh at the situations that these characters find themselves in. Speaking of the characters, these characters are very interesting characters, and they are all flawed characters. It just makes, because they are all flawed characters, it makes them so much more interesting and makes you want to see what is going on and want to follow their story even more. And the dynamic between the characters are always very interesting. Like in season 2, this show has 2 seasons. In season 2, there is a particular dynamic that intrigued me the most. The dynamic between a father, his son, and his grandfather. That dynamic is like, it is one of the most interesting dynamics I've seen in a very long time on TV. And the showrunners of this show were able to make they're able to make that dynamic so much interesting. That's not the only dynamic in it, but there are other dynamics like that. But I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But that's one thing I just had to talk about because I loved what they did with the father, the son, and the grandfather. It was a it's not something I have seen much of. And when I saw it, it stuck with me. Like I said, this show has 2 seasons. Season 1 is based in Hawaii, and season 2 is based in Italy. And I think I like the second season more because the second season like expands on the story, and it is like, I feel like in the second season the showrunners already know what they wanted to do, and they knew how they wanted to expand on the show, and they expanded on it brilliantly. And I loved the second season so much. The second season is not over yet, it still remains 1 episode, but I loved what they are doing with what they are doing with season 2. Speaking of the characters, the cast is phenomenal. Like, most of the cast are not people that I recognize like that, but I saw some people that I knew that made the show even much more fun to me. But because I know the characters does not mean, or because I didn't know the characters does not mean like there was something wrong with the show. I just feel like I even always like when I watch shows where the characters or the people that are playing them, the actors that are playing them, are not actors that I knew before. But let me talk about some of the actors that really stood out to me in this show. Aubrey Plaza. I'm sure everyone has seen Aubrey Plaza in a lot of shows. I think I first saw her in Parks and Recreation. And I think that's Parks and Rec. That was the first time I saw Aubrey Plaza. And the character she played in that role, and the character I've seen her play in other movies or other shows, is completely different from the character she plays here. Like, and it makes me appreciate her more because I didn't think she could play a role like this, and she plays it so well. Not just Aubrey Plaza, Jennifer Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge was in season 1 and season 2. There's something they did with the show, the White Lotus season 1 and season 2. The cast of the White Lotus in season 1 is different from the cast in season 2. But they brought back one person from season 1 to season 2, and that's Jennifer Coolidge. Because Jennifer Coolidge, I don't know, me, I enjoyed Jennifer Coolidge's character because she was so dramatic, and seeing her be dramatic was just so fun to watch, and I loved seeing her so much. And I think I'm not the only one that feels that way because they brought her back. So I felt like a lot of people that felt that way, a lot of people that enjoyed seeing her be dramatic, and bringing her back was a very good thing, and I enjoyed it so much. Another character, Michael Imperioli. Michael Imperioli, I first saw him in The Sopranos, and the character he plays in The Sopranos is completely different from this character he plays here. And I didn't think, like, that's one thing this show does well. They bring out the character, like, it showcases the actors. It gives them chance to flex their acting chops, and Michael Imperioli is very phenomenal in this show. It doesn't say much. It has some, yes, it talks, he has some lines, but most of his acting is more physical, and the way he plays it is just so good. Another actor that stood out again to me was F. Murray Bram. F. Murray Bram was like I feel like his character was there to be like a comic relief character because he had some very, very funny lines and he was always cracking me up. He cracked me up so much. I think it was not that cracked me up the most, him and Jennifer Coolidge. So seeing all those guys was very, very refreshing. I loved seeing it so much. It felt good seeing all those people. Like I said, the cast for season 1 is different from the cast of season 2, and it makes the show feel even much broader. It makes it feel like a whole world, kind of like, you know how Game of Thrones have different people all over the world playing different roles. That is how this it feels like. It feels like people all over the world that are playing different roles, and it feels like a whole world. That's how the show feels like to me. And the dialogue is so good. Like, it doesn't scream out at you like good dialogue. Like, there are some dialogues that will scream out at you and you'll be like, wow, yes, this is very good dialogue. But this dialogue does not scream out at you. It is very, very subtle. At the same time, it is so good. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like the dialogue so much. And the music in season 2 is, I think, because it is based in Italy, most of the songs are Italian songs, and just makes the show feel so much better, and makes it feel so much genuine. I don't think I've heard any Italian song before, but in this show, I just find myself like, wow, this song is so good. Like, these songs are so good for these scenes, and makes the show feel so much better. Not just the music, the cinematography is so good. There are some images that you'll be like, wow, why are these people showing this image? Like, this is very, very haunting. This is very, like, these images you see some images that will just stick with you and you'll be like, damn, that thing I saw in this show was so haunting. And it was like, it made it so much better. And I think because, like, having all those haunting images really added to the story and made it so much better. And there were some shots that were like straight out of an art paint, like a painting. And the show is very fun to watch. And I think why it is fun to watch, like why it is so fun, is because of the vacation elements to it, because all these characters are on vacation. So I think that added to how fun the movie, or how fun the show was. And the show has some very X-rated scenes, like some scenes that were like like some scenes I did not believe that I would ever see on TV or on a bigger screen. Some scenes I did not believe I could see it, and it made sense that it was like the network that carries this kind of show is HBO, because HBO, like, they always have explicit contents, and those images or those scenes that had some really X-rated scenes where, like, it made it so good, like it made it perfect that it was HBO that carried this show and made me enjoy it so much. I like HBO shows in general, and this one did not even let me down at all. This show is honestly one of the best shows I have seen in recent times. One of the best shows I have seen. I love this show very much. And another reason I love it is because it is not very long. It's the first season has 6 episodes and the second season has 7 episodes. So I like when shows are short like that and to the point, and just made me appreciate it so much. I said something in one of my previous reviews about arts that are short, and this one is like perfect. The way it is short, the way it has like just 6 episodes per season, 7 episodes in the other season, it makes it so much, it makes me so into watching it, and I really had a good time watching this show. So have you seen The White Lotus season 1 and season 2, or just season 1, or which season of The White Lotus have you seen? What did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And if this is your first time on my channel, my guy, please subscribe to this channel for more contents like this. Thank you for sticking till this time. You are the real G. See you in the next video. Cheers.